to see me all week. Monday, the 31st of August, Tom Hugard returns, and he does a whole week with you, and after that is regular schedule, right? So, okay. Was a little improvised. I was kind of my daughter wanted to show me how she cooks herself breakfast, and that needed to be supervised. She's only 5 years old. So anyway, before we look at the market structure, let's just say there's a giant gap up, and we will open above everything here almost. I would say, yeah, pretty much above last session high, overnight high. So maybe we will set up for a trend day. So we should be long the DAX. We should buy the DAX. But you know, a lot can happen. But I will put in the espresso short order here using an 80-point stop loss. 18. There it is. And as always, I will have difficulties because the bars are still moving to post that. Those entries for you in Telegram. Yeah. So. Okay. I will post that, but that might as well, you know. What's happening here? So, those are the espresso entries. All right, 37 seconds to go. Guess what? I haven't set my clock. Oh well, it's what it is now. There you go. Uh-oh. All right. There you go. There I have the chance. There you go. Okay. And before you guys are asking me, Andy, where can I find the documentation of the espresso strategy? Just watch what I just posted. So. Oh, I was just fast enough to mute the mic so I could sneeze without blowing your eardrums. Ui, that was a good one. Ay, ay, ay. FTSE printing a first bar positive so far. Okay. I still want to be long the DAX. And if I get a fill from the get-go, because I just briefly said it, right? This is just such a bullish context, right? If this is a trend day, I want to be in as soon as possible. Yeah? I want to be in as soon as possible. Okay, it's even a physical gap on my chart here. Physical gaps, however, they tend to get filled early. Have to be careful, but that can just be an anomaly of a CFD chart, right? So, looks like I get filled. Yeah, we're long the DAX. Okay, long the DAX, long the DAX on an espresso. So, long the DAX. Edit. No. 25, 3, 7. Ne. 25, 4, 6, 7. Punkt. 4, 6, 5.8. Meine Güte. 6, 5. And the stop is currently at 25 for 15.8. Probably rather be. I will give it a little bit larger stop below the first bar. This isn't. If this isn't, this is assuming a lot here. But what if it is a trend day? What if it goes just and goes and goes and goes? We're printing a first bar negative in the FTSE, so it seems. Okay. Means we should buy the FTSE. That's too far away. Oh, I'm buying the FTSE here. Buying the FTSE. And now I don't see anything, right? So, ooh. There you go. Ah, shit. So. Oh, it's already expensive, huh? Well. Too early, huh? 1080. 4.1. And ladies and gentlemen, don't try this at home. This will cost me. So it seems 10779.1. Oof. Whew. So, why did I do that? Why am I so keen of losing so many points so early? Because it's my job to, if there is a bigger move, to try to be on board, if that makes sense. So let me separate the views here. Let's go back to the market structure, right? So let's look at that. DAXi closed yesterday at 25,099. Yesterday, by yesterday I mean last trading day, so on Friday, right? So and we just opened above overnight high, which comes in around here. Can maybe mark that even down while I'm losing money here. Fuck's sake. So above yesterday's session high, which basically is where DAX closed. So don't need to mark that down. Get rid of this line. Yeah, so this is the candle on the 50-minute chart from 1715 to 1730. The high is where DAX closed. So, fuck. This is not good. Oh, shit. So, okay. Yeah. Looks like I'm about to get stopped out of the FTSE. DAX is not looking good. FTSE, kind of the same image. So, even though the scenario is very, very bullish, that doesn't mean that you get a trend right from the get-go. But in case it is, yeah, I just wanted to be on board. I just want to be on board, if that makes sense, right? So if there's some buyers around, now would be a good time, guys. Now would be a good time. It looks like we should be rather short at the moment, huh? Yeah. I will, when I get stopped out, I will flip short in the DAX. So stand by. Putting an order in around here. Huh? Saved by the bell so far. Whew. Ah, that will hurt. Yeah, stopped out of the DAX. Sorry, I tried. Stand by, about to fill short. About to get filled on the short side. That's a good start, you know. Anti-flying solo. But hey, if I caught a trend day, you know, that starts in the left down corner and ends in the upper right corner, you wouldn't be mad, right? But yeah, is what it is. So we have to. Why do I sell short? It's just the it's what I call the karaoke espresso. Flip. So short the DAX now. I'm using just a 50-point stop loss. Oh. Maybe it needs to go down before we go up. Hopefully, buyers don't step in right now above bar 1, which is a little bit the danger right now. So maybe don't do what I do. Fucking hell. Already 25 points offside. I'm just getting my ass kicked here. Hey. Fuck. Ah! Fuck's sake. Now buyers step in, right? Ay. Okay. Oh, this will cost me. Okay. Shit. There we go. Yeah, sorry. That is just not working right now. Should you have done that against my advice? Maybe it's a good possibility to get out a little cheaper. I have to follow my conviction here. Yeah, there you go. Don't sell the DAX, huh? Or you get Autobahnverbot. Ah! So, good. But that means so far, now not that the bullish context is completely confirmed, but we have, we're now in no man's land. We can still be establishing a trading range here. So, no trend day whatsoever. I will wait now here in the DAX for the school run. It's a lot of points to catch up. Ugh. So about that, FTSE is also somewhat half stopped out. Almost looked like it would recover, and now we're printing another bear bar. If I just had a larger stop loss, huh? For the espresso, huh? So don't fiddle in the middle, huh? Yeah, but look, we would have... I just got ticked out here because my stop was below bar 1. Now it's almost back at entry. The flip short here was dangerous, but was a clear signal. But the context maybe is too bullish to buy the DAX, to sell short the DAX. So aggressive school run issues. issues. A long signal above bar 4. I'm holding off a little bit. Should we be inside the trading range? I already lost on 2 positions here. However, I could be tempted to buy the DAX again. Here on the espresso level. But the clearest sign would be that we actually break out of above here, make a new high. 65, 13 points difference. Oh, let's see. Bar 3 made a new low, closed at its high. However, bar 4 indifferent, small bull body didn't close above. So let's see what's happening here on bar 5. Bar 5 is teasing a little bit. Now bulls constantly pushing up the body to its high, but then it immediately deflates, and now we have a color change. So whatever narrative we follow, best to wait a little bit. FTSE doesn't look good at all. For a second, I had some hopes. Guess we have to wait. Bar 5, an inside bar of 4. There was a big move here tonight, right? In both in the FTSE and in the DAX. And now no, bulls are not in control in the FTSE. And the DAX kind of started strong, and then that was immediately sold off, made a new low. Now we made it back to somewhere in the middle of the so far established trading range. Oh, my hope was that we break higher. With such strong bearish momentum at that point. Remember, the whole move here was basically sold. So it was, for me, was justified to try and flip here. But, well, the bulls had other plans. Buyers and sellers alike. They seem to be in agreement of the current price, more or less. It's not fluctuating much, so it's a trading range. Yeah, FTSE is about to make a new low. Now we can see the story now would be we saw one leg, got a pullback. Now we will get another leg. So about to be stopped out of the FTSE. Can already type that. There you go. So now weakness in the FTSE and DAX now seeming to be testing the lower end of the trading range. His overnight high, which may act as support. So you see the second 15-minute bar is an inside bar. So far. does Tom do it? Okay, like so. Now it's very interesting what will happen. An inside bar would trigger a short an anti-school run to me, which makes sense given the either overall bullish case or trading range environment so far. So I would buy the DAX again. However, if we break below with conviction, I would sell short. So see how the second 15-minute bar peaked a little bit below the first 15-minute bar. I think if you ask Al Brooks, if the lows would be at the same price, that would still be considered an inside bar. Now second 15-minute bar trades a little bit below, but you know what? That's the difference between real markets and textbooks, right? Two. So what to do now? Selling the DAX again or buying the DAX again? I think I'm going to buy the DAX here. Oh, got a shit fill. Buying the DAX. Nah. Not lucky with my entry. Probably need a little bit of a stop loss here. Can't just have. Okay. This is school run anti. My entry was really shit on my fill. Okay. So as I said, it's either a trading range or a bullish scenario, right? That I'm betting on. In both cases, we should be able to extract some points. However, if DAX decides to suddenly really reverse here, despite all of that, what we're seeing here, well, then I guess thanks for playing. Andy did everything wrong today. Okay. Yeah. I think it feels wrong to not sell on a breakout, but on the other hand, evidence so far. FTSE seems to be on a downtrend, right? want to be too aggressive. In fact, I want to play it a little bit more defensively. So I believe that around here, 25,361 is a significant level here. That's the overnight high, which may act as support. So that means I can maybe risk a little bit less and put my stop loss around here. Because there's still the possibility that we see continuation lower. That means I would have read everything wrong here. So, moving stop loss in the DAX. 25,342.5. Okay. So now is the question, will bulls make another push higher, or will we see a continuation of what was set in motion here below bar number 5? It's exactly where one would expect now. Where else, right? So you need to have lower highs, right? So that sellers would step in pretty much around here. This looks good. I think I'm moving my stop loss further up to 25,362. Good. Now, if this is a trading range, when we did everything correctly, we bought low and we would need to sell high, right? However, bullish scenario can still play out. Not sure I want to be too aggressive, but should we? Yeah, it's the question now, right? So if trading range, then we should get out here at the high of bar number 2 somewhere. If now bulls find their board suddenly, you know, and we see continuation. Well, we should add and stay in. So it's the question now. So will we get above prior bar high, or was that here? Did we just miss the chance to get out for a profit? Bears have not given up yet, far from it. It's more like if we make a lower low here, looks like more we're in a downward tilting bear channel. Ah, it really is like that, huh? Come on, bulls, find your balls. Ladies and gentlemen, I will protect the rest position here by moving stop loss to break even. So. And should I get stopped out here, I will not take another trade. You know, I tried to be long the DAX, I tried to be short the DAX, I tried to play the range and then hoped for a bull breakout. Didn't happen. So let's stop running after the market. It's clearly not the environment where I can easily extract many points here for you. FTSE weakness is also not a good sign, but let's see. Sorry about that. It's really hoping for a trend day, trying to be in long early. There's a lot of evidence for that might happen, but you know, 20% chance actually. Get a trend day every 5th day on average or something like that. Was it justified to flip short here? I guess it was. But it's always the question, is there momentum behind the move? No buyer stepped in, trading range behavior for a while. Missed the chance to take profit here, or intentionally didn't take profit, hoping for continuation. I think I explained while I was in that you know, if we were to play the range, we bought low, we would have to sell high. So around pretty much here in that upper shadow of the school run signal bar would be a good out. Why? Because you can't really wait for the extremes. Where's the range top? You know, this shadows, I would probably just draw the zone here inside of the bodies It's what, if you play the ranges. So that barely tapped into that. Overlap between the first, second, and third 15-minute bar. And so far, the range has a slope, so we can also say it's a bear channel. Now we're heading lower. We're making lower lows and lower highs so far, but not like in a traditional downtrend, but more like in a channel. Let me draw that for you. Something like that, right? So now that's the problem with channels. Always any diagonal lines, you have to put your bias in there, right? So okay, here would be another chance to get out at the range top. So should you have disregarded my advice and followed me on this one, you want to secure yourself some points, this would be a great place to do so. I will stay long. So there was the chance. Still 33, 34, 5, 6 on the table. Okay.